This is a demo of the new NIBE online ordering tool. Firstly, you will need to make sure you're logged in to the professional website. You know you're logged in because you'll see these tabs along the left with your profile, overview, my organization, orders, and installations. Once you're logged in, you can view the pricing of products simply by navigating to the product page. So for example, if I go into the products tab, if I go to air source heat pumps and the 2050, I scroll to the bottom of the page, you will see pricing along the bottom here. Now, just to note, I'm logged in on a test account, so the pricing isn't directly reflective, but what you will see is the product name, product code, the list price of the product, and then what your price, once your discount has been applied, is. If you choose the model that you want, then click order, scroll up to the top, it will get added to your basket. So all you need to do is choose the items that you want to order. So you can navigate around between the various pages. If you want a hot water cylinder, come to the hot water cylinder pages, add in a hot water cylinder. If you want a controller, they sit under the air source heat pumps page, so you can add a controller. If you want any accessories, you just navigate to the accessories page and then scroll down and choose any of the accessories that you want to add to your order. Once you have chosen all of the items that you want to order, you can access your cart in the top right by clicking on cart, and you will be shown information of everything that you've chosen. If you click checkout, it brings you to this checkout page where again you're shown all of the items that you've selected and the final price. On this page you can input the delivery information, so I'm just going to input our office information. I'll call this order NIBE test. You can use search for address, and it uses the Google Maps functionality to search for addresses, so you can search for a pre-existing address, or you can choose to manually input the address. So I'm just going to put in NIBE's office address for demonstration purposes. The next field is your PO, your purchase order number. Orders can't be placed without a PO, so this is a mandatory field. The field after that is special delivery instructions. This is a very important field, so this is for you to tell us if there's anything in particular we need to be aware of for the delivery of the product. So for example, do you need a certain type of vehicle? Does it need a tail lift? Are there any site accessibility considerations? Is it up a narrow country lane? Are there any site restrictions we need to be aware of? Anything like that, please enter in this field so we can know. If there isn't anything we need to be aware of, you can just type none in this box. You can input any other email addresses that you want to receive the confirmation. So the account that you're logged in as is the one that will receive the acknowledgement. If you want anyone else to receive the acknowledgement, you put their email address in there. Your delivery date you choose at the bottom here. This is set to the current date plus 6 working days as the earliest date that you can order from. If you would like to place an order at shorter notice than that, please get in touch with our installer care team directly. I'm going to choose 26th of January just for demonstration purposes. Accept and conditions of sale, these are the same as our regular terms and conditions of sale, so there won't be anything there to catch you out. And when you click place orders, the order will get placed successfully and you'll get brought to this confirmation page that outlines the details of your order. You will also receive an email straight to your inbox with this information in, and then our installer care team will be in touch to confirm the order once they have processed it. So I'm going to talk through the full functionality of the shopping cart because there are quite a few useful things that you can do in there. The first thing I'm going to show you is something fairly simple. So let's say you have an item in your basket or 2 items in your basket and you don't want one anymore. You come into your basket and you simply click the remove button there and you'll be able to remove that single item from your cart. Similarly, if you want to do the opposite and you want to add more of the same item to your cart, you can just click the plus button here and it will increase the number of that item in your cart. What you can also do is, if I remove this, if you know the product code of an item just off the top of your head, or you've got it from a previous order, you can come into a basket, input the product code and click order, and that item will immediately get added to the basket, so you don't have to navigate to the product page. If you know what the item is, let's say you've got it from the price list, or you just know it, you can add it that way. If you want to delete your entire cart, so let's say, let me add a few random things in here. I've got this basket here and I want to delete the whole cart. You come into manage cart and you just click delete private cart, and it will clear the entire cart. A very useful feature of the cart is something called a shopping list. So if you have, let's say, items that you frequently order and it's, 4 or 5 things, you could manually input the codes each time or go to the product pages each time, but that's quite time consuming. So what you can do is, if you find the items that you want to order and you add them all to your basket, come to the basket, click manage cart, and the 3 dots at the end there, you've got this button here, add to shopping list. If you click that, you get this interface where you can either create a new shopping list or update an existing one. I'm going to create a new one and I'll call it S2125, for example. Save that, and then what that will do is that will save those 3 items, or however many you've put in the basket, as a shopping list. So if you close the cart down, if you go to orders on the left here and shopping lists, you will see that that shopping list I created is saved here. And if I view the shopping list, you'll see those 3 products that I added are showing in here. So if I clear out my existing shopping list, delete the cart, clear out the cart, and I come into my shopping list and I click use shopping list, what will happen is you get prompted with this, you click order, and the items within that list automatically get added to your cart. So if you do have products that you're frequently ordering together, instead of having to individually reorder them each time, you create a shopping list, you do it that way. It is possible to amend the shopping list, so let's say, I use this, but then I decide, oh well, actually I want to update that, I want to add something to it. You find the product that you want to add, you click order, you come to your cart, go to manage cart, and you click add to shopping list and update existing shopping list. You'll get a drop down with all of the shopping lists that are currently there. So I'm going to click 2125, press save, and then what will happen is that existing shopping list, if I come and view it, will be updated with the item that you've just ordered, or you've just added, sorry. So shopping lists are a great way of saving time and kind of streamlining your ordering process. Another very useful function of the cart is joint carts. So when you're placing an order through the website, initially that order will only be visible for your user. So let's say you have your company account, and under your company you have 5 different users. To begin with, only you will be able to see that order, so other people won't have visibility of what you're doing. If you create a joint cart, what will happen is other people within your company will have visibility of the orders that you're placing. So you can get a very top level view of everything that's happening. If you don't want to do that, you can delete the joint cart, or you can click here to go back to a private cart, which will only have your order on. If you want to order spare parts, the process is slightly different to ordering products. This is because spare parts sit in a different place on the website. So as opposed to going to the products tab, instead you need to navigate to the warranty and spare parts tab. And under here you'll see a page called spare parts search. If you click on that, you'll be brought to this page where you can navigate to find the spare part that you want. So let's say, for example, I click into ground source heat pumps, and let's find the 1256. I want a spare part for this. You find the UK variant. You need to ensure that the product that you're finding matches the product code that is on the price list, because the spare parts search shows all of the variants across all of the European markets. So you just need to ensure that you're on the UK product, so you can cross-reference that with the price list. A lot of them do say UK after, so go on the 13 UK variant, and then what you can do is click on the spare parts that you want to order. You will see that some you can order and some you can't order. The reason for that is the parts you can order are the parts that we have once had stock of in the UK. If we have never had stock of a part, it won't be orderable through the website. So if you want to order, for example, this top spare part here, you'll have to contact our installer care team directly, and they will arrange that for you. But for kind of commonly used spare parts and the main parts, they will all be orderable through the professional website. So once you've added the parts that you want, it returns to the exact same process that we've already been following. So you navigate to your cart, and then again, you can create shopping lists, joint carts, you can delete the cart, and you just follow the flow up until the point of order, as you would with normal products.